What's cracking, fish fiends? D Fish Keeper here. Today is
Water change day.
So this little guy's been with us for about a week now, and I was thinking,
Water change!
so with that being said, I figured why not show you guys how I go about doing my water changes, because I've got a couple of friends of mine that actually asked me a few times how I do water changes with the saltwater tank. So this is how you do it. So first things first, you're gonna need a fish and a tank. Get it? Fish tank. Because this tank is a relatively small tank, it's only a 5-gallon tank, I'm going to go ahead and I'm only going to do a 1-gallon water change. So in order to measure that 1 gallon of water, I have a bucket right here, which actually has lining marks on it that show me how many gallons I'm at, and I am at a gallon of water. Once you get that out of the way, make sure you have a extra bucket that's empty to make sure you have somewhere to dispose of the water that you will be siphoning out of your tank. So next you're going to want to get out your salt mix. I've got Instant Ocean, and Instant Ocean calls that you have a half a cup per every US gallon. So in order to measure that out, we got the measuring cup right here. So as you guys may have just seen, I wasn't exactly at a half a cup, so when that happens, you just want to make sure you continue to pat it down to make sure you know exactly what level you're at with the salt in the measuring cup. And if you're not at that level, just pour a little out and pat it down again, and just continue to do that until you get to a half a cup or close enough. But anyways, after you get that done, you go ahead and you pour your salt into the water, which is in the bucket. So the next thing you're going to want to do is have a spare heater on hand. You're going to want to sit that in the bucket to get the water at the temperature that you want it at. Try to have it as close to the temperature that's in your tank as possible, because that will benefit the fish more. And then after that, you're going to want to have a power head to kind of stir up the salt. I mean, you can use like a spoon or something if you want, but it's probably better to just use this. It's much easier. So once you've got your power head in the bucket, you're going to want to go ahead and let it sit for at least an hour to 3 hours. It's really at your discretion how long you want to let it sit in there, but I would let it sit for at least 2.5 to 3 hours to give the salt some time to dissolve, as well as give the heater an approximately appropriate amount of time to heat the water up to match your water in your tank. So while you're waiting for that, the next thing you're going to want to do is get a hydrometer, and with the hydrometer you're going to want to check your salinity levels. As you can see right here, mine is a little bit under 1.026. It's around 1.025 just about. You're going to want to have it anywhere in between these lines right here. I mean, you could have it at 1.022, but that's pretty low. I would recommend that you check your salinity in your bucket before you put the water into the tank, so that you know exactly where it is, because you really don't want to raise it, because that could harm your fish or your coral, and if you have it too low, that can also harm them as well. Once you feel that your new water is ready, it's good to go ahead and siphon out the old water. So at this point I realized I forgot to turn down the power head, which is why the water is so cloudy. So once you've got your water changed, it's a good rule of thumb to monitor your fish's activity for at least a couple hours after the water change to make sure they're not acting erratically. Alright, so that's all I've got for today. I'm really excited about this build, so I will keep you guys updated on it as much as possible. If you guys got any questions, just leave a comment in the comment below and I'll get back to you. But other than that, that's it for today's video. Hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell. Pound that subscribe button, pound that notification bell. This is D Fish Keeper, and as always, thanks for watching.